Shenanigans minus Joe. I am your DM for the day, and this is everybody else. Hey guys, how's it going?
It,
Hola. Hi.
Good morning.
Buenos dias. Bonjour.
And other languages. So, how's
Où est la
everyone's?
Tour Eiffel?
So, how have you guys been doing this week?
Whoa!
Really? Oh, I've been doing all right.
Yeah,
Living the dream.
I'm
good,
eating a hot dog.
excellent. Well, we are live, Joe, just so you know.
Oh, hi!
Hey, everybody.
Hot dog. You can change anything.
And before we delve too deep into the game, let's go through and introduce each other's characters one more time because this is only the second week. So I'm just going to start to my left on screen and just snake around. So we're going to start with Joe. Who are you?
Hello,
Or
I'm
who is
Joe.
your
I'm
character?
playing Kent Manning. His father owns a used Mayer dealership, Manning's Mayors. He's very charismatic and reasonably okay at everything else. That's Kent Manning. Also, he's the manager of the band. Don't forget that. Very important.
And which band is this?
Oh,
It's
Lutes and
in the
Liars.
air, unfortunately.
Lutes and Liars.
Lutes and Liars is incredibly popular. Bloody Bards is really
Side that I made.
because we murder a lot of things, like not even just people. Stable boys. I don't know. Anyways, that's Chet Manning.
All right, Ryan.
Hello, everyone. I am Ryan, aka Hobgoblin. I will be playing Friar Morton Bigsby, the morbidly obese cleric of Martha, and only shred of moral decency the party seems to have.
Hey.
Let's see if I can keep
All
it.
right.
Well, hold on. We haven't met Pat yet. He might change that.
We'll see.
We'll
see.
And since it's after 10 a.m. here, time to start double fisting coffee and beer.
Yes.
Boom. Have coffee and-
It's never too early for fisting.
I was showing them earlier, but for you guys on stream, you can see it now. This is what it looks like when you buy beer in Vietnam. You just get a liter and a half
you-
bottle.
A
And then you
liter
process it through your bloodstream and
This is what it looks like when you're done with a liter and a half of beer in Vietnam. Pat, why don't you give us an introduction?
Sure. I will be playing Manuel Alonso Cortez, the elf fighter. I haven't really thought about
Fight
this
elf.
character, so we'll figure that out as we go.
Oh, come on.
So, I've been thinking about other things, so we'll find out.
Okay, bringing us to Rob.
All right, so I will be playing Jill, the totally, as far as you know, human female indeterminate class person who is the lead singer.
And the only good
there's
member.
nothing that I'm hiding from anybody.
And Eric.
Hi, I'm apparently Slad Milson today.
Oh my.
Typing.
You're not supposed to be Slad Milson, are you? Let's see if
No,
we
I'm
can't
supposed
get
to be
that.
Slade Milson.
There should be an E at the end of that, huh?
Slade
Or
Milson's
Slade.
about ready to kick some DM in the face because he can break the fourth wall. No, I am the halfling rogue, carefree, who does not give any budges to anything, and he likes to be the bane of everyone in the party's existence, but in a loving, carefree manner.
Excellent. So those are our characters, and we're going to start off the game in the normal place that we start all of our Shenanigans games, in Shenanigans. You see Desmond, the owner, walking around talking to his wife, Lizzie. They seem to just be having a conversation about day-to-day events, cruising around the tavern. You guys seem to be the only ones in here today. There's been a lot of work by the other mercenaries that usually inhabit this bar because of a recent goblin uprising. So a lot of people have been hired out to, keep track of wagons and protect private interests and whatnot. You guys are here having just come back from singing a wedding for a local lord's son when you meet up with Manuel Alonso Cortez. And it's just the five of you guys hanging out in Shenanigans. What are you guys doing?
All right. Well, in 80s intro fashion, I've just finished telling another story about the great Lasombra, Prince of Thieves. And I'm going to finish with the Lasombra song. Lasombra, Lasombra, Prince of Thieves is he. Taking names, kicking butt, punching evil in the nuts. Lasombra, the Prince of Thieves. Everybody join in. You know the words. Come on.
That doesn't say.
Lasombra was
Lasombra, Prince of Thieves is he.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Taking names, kicking butt.
What a jolly song.
Huzzah.
Yes.
He owes me
And
20
then-
silver, that chump.
Although I do have to question the moral of the story. Does Lasombra just get away with all of that loot?
Of course he does, because he's the Prince of Thieves.
And it's
That's why he always gets the girl and punches evil in the nuts.
That's a low blow even for evil.
Sometimes a low blow is what's needed, even required.
So you guys are hanging out, and the door opens. Walking in comes a couple of kids. Kids is maybe a little too young. Let's say 17-year-olds. 17-year-old boys.
Stop the thieves talk. There's children about.
Lasombra's a hero
They
for
have to
all
grow up sometime. It's not a big deal.
They take a look around the tavern, look at each other, kind of like, oh my god, it's empty. And then they glance over at you guys, and you can see like their faces drop like, oh, these are the only people left in here? And then kind of like slowly and timidly make their way towards you guys. It's pretty obvious they've got disappointment written all over their face.
Yeah, we were a lot more intimidating with Chucky's like 7-foot tall
Get
paladin.
used to disappointment.
All right, guys. So I think the point of today's adventure is we need to prove to these kids that we're still totally cool. It's critical.
Bring with us. We do really well when there are kids with us, like 9-year-old orphans.
Oh, man, that was awkward having her around.
So who wants to try and
Oh.
convince these children to join us? I'm not doing that. That's creepy even for Chet. So
Completely forgotten about the girl from last week.
We convinced the local lord to take her in, so
Yeah,
press
she's
her off.
off our responsibility list.
she's being in a kitchen somewhere.
The two
unfortunately.
boys come up to you guys and go, are you guys adventurers for hire?
No, we're a band. Haven't you heard of us? Come on.
We're
Oh.
ghosts for hire.
Oh, they look like really disappointed and turn around and start to walk away.
Wait. We do odds and ends jobs, and we're pretty adventurous as things go. What is it that we can help you with?
Not as adventurous as Lasombra.
He is the Prince of Thieves.
Absolutely.
Kicks
I
butts
haven't
and
heard that
takes
one.
names.
You haven't heard of Lasombra?
No, maybe
Come
that's
on,
one of the
guys.
things.
That song.
Me. Lasombra. Taking names, kicking butt, punching evil in the nuts. Lasombra, the Prince of Thieves.
Oh,
Now you've heard the good word.
yeah. Is he for
Not
hire?
like that Lasombra.
Is he for hire?
Sadly, he was caught and lynched for his sins.
No, he wasn't. Well, he escaped because that's what he does.
That's just
It was all part
was
of a plan.
I
to
sold him out.
Get
He's dead.
into the sheriff's office and steal the sheriff's pointy star thingy that he wears.
His badge?
Yes.
Oh.
How does a 9-year-old know a word like bad?
17, man. 17-year-old.
They look 9 to me, and I call them on that. I said, look, kids looking like they're 9.
Well, okay. Our dad went off to go, scare off the goblins from the edge of our farm earlier today, and he hasn't come back yet. And
Congratulations, you're orphaned.
Congratulations,
We
you're now owners
specialize
of
in
a farm.
orphans. We recently got this little girl a job in a kitchen after her father died. Anyways, where's the farm? Who is this?
what? No. He's probably just hurt in the woods or lost or something, and someone keeps getting Steam messages.
Oh,
It's
guys,
echoing.
they still have hope. It's adorable.
Oh,
No. He should be fine. Our dad's an experienced woodsman. It's
I
our
pat them
farm.
on the head. Okay.
Now, my daughters. Thus is the cycle of life and death.
We're
There's nothing
daughters.
to be sad
We're,
about. No
we're
need to
men.
deny.
We're
Sure
grown
you
men.
Sure you are, and so am I.
But-
And I reach out to hug them and clutch them in my bosom.
okay, they. You can hug
They're
both of them very
There's
easily
no
at the same
shame to
time.
cry.
Oh my God, who's getting the Steam messages?
Sorry.
I hope it's you at this point.
I really do. Is it you, Pat?
I'm not logged
It's
into
me
Steam
and my
right
friend noticed that I was getting in trouble for it, so now she's like punching messages through like crazy.
now. Hold on just a second.
There, I muted her.
Excellent.
You
Slate is
contribute all
gone.
of the steam. Slad. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Top hat shit.
I feel like wearing this today.
of course you have the
Oh,
But
alright.
you deal with this, but now we are.
We belong in the 19th century London.
Yes. I feel like we should ask these children what it is they're about. How much are they going to pay?
We should probably do things.
Yeah, so
I feel
I was
like
getting way too classy for my kid.
I don't worry, my girls. We will find your father and rid the world of these goblins.
no, wait, no, we're men.
That's adorable.
No, seriously, Chubbs, we're guys.
Listen, the only thing that's important is how much are you going to pay us to save your father's life?
That is a fact.
The top hat knows.
Well, I mean, if he's alive, he controls the money, so I can't give you anything if he'll pay you if he's alive. If he's not alive,
Listen,
well, he's
kids,
alive, so
business
just
101.
rescue him. He'll
All
pay
right,
you.
We
He'll pay you.
have
I
a
promise.
birthday party that we could be playing. We have this golden key that goes to a kobold lair somewhere, and you want us to go rescue your father from goblins.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the kobold lair.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Okay.
You know what?
We'll give you
I-
Bessie. She's our very best milk cow.
I do love milk. It's a deal.
Let's do this. I feel like we could get a cow, guys. There's this
I
thing
would love to
going
have
on
Bessie's
about it. It's
milk
mad
brings all the
weird.
guys to the yard.
I feel like we're going to need to diversify the Manning's assets with this cow. So I'm on board. You guys want to go? Let's go rescue this.
Let's do this.
Yes.
Why not?
For good reason.
I just need to talk to you guys for a second.
Okay, the two boys.
No, them. About how we're gonna totally rescue your dad, because that's exactly what you want.
Right. We'll wait outside, and they go
Girls,
outside.
there's a temple down the street. Ask them about Martha. I'm sure they will take you into their order.
Cool.
Okay.
There's
You
no
guys-
shame in the life of a nun.
You guys are alone now. You can talk together.
All right, I think we all see what's really going on here.
Yeah, we
Don't
need
we?
to rob
They're goblins.
No. There are no goblins. Don't you get it? They want to inherit the farm, so they've gotten rid of their dad. They've made up the whole goblin thing. They're just running around in goblin costumes with holograms and projections to make everyone think that goblins, when there are no goblins. So
I
they
say
could
we rob
get that sweet cow money.
So we have to catch him in the act, is what you're saying.
We gotta pull a Scooby Doo on them.
And maybe sing a little song along the way.
I don't know about the singing. That's your job. I just manage the singing. By the way, Manuel, welcome. How are you today?
Hola.
Who are you? You've been sitting here at our table. That's
You
fine.
know me. We've been friends for a
I know
while.
Manuel.
But I feel like
Okay. I didn't know that. But
I invited him over because, he's a cool guy and his name is Manuel.
See,
He has a song about him. It goes, Manuel, Manuel, from the gates of hell. Manuel, Manuel, he does it very well.
yay!
He wants a log. Come on and get your log. I'm still a little drunk from last night. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can tell that.
you're not the only one.
Ugh.
What is Manuel armed with? Like
Yeah, you're
Yeah, what's he wearing?
look
What's he
like?
armed with?
I have a short sword, a long bow. is what you can see on my person.
What about your armor?
I have leather armor. Yeah, that's what I got.
All right, so you got weapons, but probably about as unintimidating as the rest of us.
Pretty much. I'm an elf and only like 5'6", 120, so very unassuming.
You look like a ranger type to me, Manuel.
Except I
Muertas.
am a fighter.
Leather armor. That's boss.
Yes.
What are you, like a witcher or something?
Are you conquistador?
That'd be
I'm
awesome.
really hoping it's that.
Probably not quite, but we'll find out.
Well, all right. So
further adventures.
let's go catch these kids in the act of trying to murder their dad.
Or
With
you know,
holograms.
maybe they're actually telling the truth. Anybody?
You know, legend has it
Never
that
trust
goblins are just bad little children.
When have goblins ever murdered someone in the woods? That is so racist.
Okay.
You are profiling Manuel.
That is true.
That's not what we do at Shenanigans.
Wait, didn't a bunch of
Who do it?
kobolds just murder a woodsman? Like just
They
last-
did. But
Well,
that's kobolds, not
fucking-
goblins.
That's
Sparky
one girl's story.
butt sniffing kobolds. I mean, that's different.
Yeah, what if that girl did murder her father, like stabbed him a bunch?
It's going
my
around. Right?
80%
Want to inherit
of
earlier.
woodcutters are murdered by other woodcutters.
Well, he was grooming his daughter to be a woodcutter. That makes sense.
You literally found a blood trail that led from that guy to a wounded kobold.
She was setting them up.
Solid frame job. That 9-year-old is crafty. Kids these days.
That's why she was so damn quiet the whole time.
Mhm.
That shifty little bitch.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, I feel like we should go with these kids at this point. But
All right,
I don't
we'll
know.
go with them.
Seems
We'll
like nice
hop them,
girls.
and then it'll be that.
Check it out.
Okay.
if nothing else, I could learn a thing or two. If they really are framing their dad, that's a real quick way to get inheritance.
I know, right?
So you go
They would
outside.
get away with it too if it wasn't for us and our damn squirrel.
Squirrely McSquirrelson has left temporarily, as well as
Raylene, the water bringer.
Raylene. Yes.
Neil, by the way, you are listed right now as our Dungison master.
Oh my God.
Sing master.
Dungison master.
Well, because my last name is Erickson, so it's Dungson Master. It was a joke. It was a pun.
That just sounds like poop.
And you totally did it on purpose.
Absolutely. I would never make an error like that.
Thanks to the Bast Master in chat for pointing that out so that we can all revel.
I'm sure Slat agrees.
Slat agrees 100%.
No, he's now Slate. It's been fixed, okay?
Oh, okay.
All right.
Cool.
So the party waddles out into the street after these.
Yes. You come back and find the two boys who introduce themselves as Timmy and Jimmy. Although these days they prefer to be called Tim and Jim. Because, you know.
And why did they introduce themselves as Timmy and Jim?
These are strange names for little girls.
Wait, so we got two boys here. Do they look? Maybe we got this wrong. Do they look like intrepid and mystery solving?
No, one of them looks a little bit scrawny. He's tall. I mean, he's not that tall. He's like 5'10", but he's really lanky and just scrawny. Like there's no meat on the bones. Kind of like a stiff breeze would push him over. And the other one seems to be a little bit older, maybe a little bit more healthy, and kind of seems to be the leader of the two. You guess him to be, you know, the older brother who's got the little guy tagging along with whatever he does.
Do they seem like they're easily differentiated by exaggerated character features, and while they solve mysteries, maybe?
They don't look like they're capable of solving mysteries, but they look like they might be inheriting a haunted farm or something.
No one's rolled in a while. I'd love
Do
to
they
do a
have
recheck on these
any
kids. I feel like
marks from, say, wearing a rubber mask?
Do you get close enough to check for rubber marks?
Do it.
No, I'm looking for like tan lines for like, like if you're wearing a rubber goblin mask, but then, right down there.
Their shirts are conveniently covering any place where a tan line might be.
Ha!
That's untrustworthy.
All right, Chet, you wanted to roll a.
Yeah, I want to know if I understand where these kids are about. I mean, they're in the town that Chet Manning's dad basically owns, so I feel like we should know about them.
They're kind of one of the.
Check on these tiny children. It's intelligence, right?
Yes.
20 free.
Okay, so you have heard of their farm before. They're just one of the dairy farmers that's out here, and it sounds like your milkman, the milkman that delivers to your family, will get milk from their farm and the farm next to theirs. So you've probably had some of Bessie's milk before.
I'm starting to believe the... First off, Bessie's milk is the best milk. Never forget it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of believing the inheritance ploy.
As I said, it brings all the boys to the yard.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Let's do
All right.
All right, girls, lead on to the farm.
This time they didn't even protest. They just give a big sigh. Jim, the older of the two.
That's always my strategy.
We've killed people, Lead on to the farm.
Jim, the older of the two, leads you guys to his father's farm. It is actually pretty close to town itself. Most of the farms tend to be a little bit out of the town proper, but they seem to have a farm that's quite close to it.
Almost as if they moved it there.
And they bring you to the farm. They show they've got this nice big pasture. I mean, it's not too terribly big, and you see Bessie, who is a very large, plump milk cow, just udders ready to burst.
I'm gonna immediately waddle over to Bessie.
Next to 4 other inferior
Morgan, don't touch my
cows.
future cow. That's my property. Okay.
We were sharing it. She's for the band.
Yeah,
She's
and Chet manages the band's assets and resources. I feel
I was the band's
your
account.
family have a place to put large
So I'm not sure-
metal animals.
I'm not sure what the rest of the party's doing, but I'm emptying out my water skin and starting to fill it up with Bessie's milk.
Wait, Manuel needs to test it first.
Do you have animal handling, Ryan?
From the
I doubt it. No, I do not.
Okay, so you've never milked a cow before.
Not as an official skill.
Has anyone here actually ever milked a cow before?
In real life?
Yeah.
Oh, but I've seen demonstrations.
Okay, as the most experienced cow milker here, how difficult do you think it would be for a novice person to milk a cow?
If they don't know what they're doing,
I think
Go at it.
speaking from no experience, I think they sort of figure it out.
This is also like a time and place where you need a proficiency to read, so I'm going to say pretty difficult.
All right, so you think you're supposed to pull on these suckers, or
Yeah,
udders,
you want me
whatever
to
you want to call them.
Roll like an animal handling at -5 or something.
Yeah.
I got good wisdom.
Give me an animal handling at -5. I like
These
that.
are,
Let me go get my books. The rest of the party can describe what they're doing.
There's also
I'm trying
a
to get
flock
Manuel
of
to
chickens.
drink from the cow's udder straight up. Do
Just
it.
right into my mouth. Just right into my mouth. Right
Just
here.
right into your mouth, man.
Do you have animal handling, Eric?
I don't think I do.
Give me a wisdom check at -5.
Wait, is Manuel, are you underneath the cow? Please
Yes.
tell me you're underneath the cow.
Did I just get
underneath
like
the cow
bypassed in milking this cow?
So you're
with
sitting
my
down.
mouth-
You've got
mouth again.
you're emptying out your water skin, and as you
Okay,
do
so
so,
I-
Manuel crawls underneath the cow.
Yes.
All right.
All right, wait,
So
what am I rolling for?
I fail to identify the nipples.
Well, you identify what they are. You start like just
So it should be-
squeezing them, and it's not doing anything. And
So
you're
it
like,
should be-
Stop milking that. It's the bull.
It'll be
Oh,
D20
no.
plus
Yeah,
your wisdom
no,
-6.
Oh, what, huh?
-5.
-6 total.
6. Okay.
So animal handling is wisdom -1.
Okay. So wisdom -6. Give it to me. Give it to me, Eric.
Wait, wisdom -6?
Willpower
Yes.
-6.
Oh, Jesus. Why is that willpower? I have a 6 willpower because I'm
Well,
a
then
weak
give me a D20 -6.
And you can't possibly
Or
succeed.
no, just a flat D20. A natural
Maybe if
20
you
will
roll
be a
20,
success.
he'll have pity on you.
Ugh.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So how's Bessie reacting to this?
She's
She's
very
not
well
like-
trained. She doesn't seem to do anything. Jim and
That's
Bill.
a well-trained cow.
Jim and Bill. Will. Jim and Timmy.
Tim.
Tim and
Tim.
Jim walk up to you guys, and just kind of watch for a little bit, and then go, no, it's like this, and then they start like squirting some milk down into
I
Manuel's
catch
mouth.
it in my water skin.
Okay.
Into who's Manuel's mouth?
Manuel's on his back underneath the
Okay,
cow.
I try to catch it in my water skin.
All right. They give you guys some milk, and after maybe 10 minutes of screwing around with the cow, would you like to see where we think our dad was abducted from?
No.
No.
I got what I came here for.
Yes.
We're busy with this cow.
That was really good milk, though.
I guess. Yeah, let's show us where the goblins killed your dad.
Somehow I don't feel like you're taking this very seriously, guys. My dad's missing.
Oh, we're super serious.
Oh,
Listen,
we
kid,
think
you can't even
Real.
you consider yourself lucky that we're even here. Charisma check.
We're taking it super cereal.
Give me a charisma check
You
to
guys have
see
cereal? We got this
if you
cow here? Come on.
against their willpower. They rolled a 1 on their willpower. Give me a charisma check, chat.
Oh shit!
It's going to be like 89.
I'm worried actually at this point.
Wasted all your 20s last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
No, it's a 27. That's good enough. I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty
They seem
good.
to be maybe kind of like
Amenable.
offended, but not trying to be offended about it. Like, okay, well, come on, let's
and maybe they want to
go
buy
to
a
the
bear.
fence.
That's in my book. Let's do this shit.
Yeah.
So they lead you to the back of the pasture. You get to the back of the area and you see a section of fence that has been kind of like broken down. It's not that badly broken. Like the fence is a series of crossed beams with other beams just like resting on them. It's a very crude fence that's designed just to keep animals inside, not really to keep anything out. And you see one of the beams has kind of like been knocked off the cross on one side. And it's just lying on the ground. And then they say, well, this is, I think, where they came in. And if you notice right here, and they point to the mud on the inside of the pasture, where there's just kind of like a big mess of things that look like there's been recent, like feet scuffed all around. It looks like maybe this is where they were fighting.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
Priest,
yeah, yeah.
just for goblins.
Me, I start dusting for goblins.
Dusting for goblins.
Testing
Give
for
me
goblin.
perception
Elf.
checks, everybody in the party, to see if you
Oh,
can
this is
spot
gonna
any
be-
goblin
Uh-oh.
footprints.
What are we doing again?
Perception
Perception.
checks to see if you can spot goblin footprints.
1. Do I spot
Morton,
any
you're
goblin
still
footprints?
eyeing Bessie. And now you notice a pig walk into view. Plump pig.
Ooh, bacon and milk, my favorite.
Holy shit, chat.
Damn it, chat. Making
Chad's
us
good at everything except having, average intelligence. So let him blow.
I have really bad perception, so I can't see shit.
Okay. Chet, you spot some drag marks. You don't see any goblin footprints, but you do see some drag marks.
Flying goblins.
Guys, those look like drag marks.
They look like goblin drag marks.
Goblins were in.
They are drag marks. As a man who's dragged things in his life and seen the marks they leave, those drag marks.
Do we know that he was dragged, or maybe he was in drag?
I know. You're saying
Was he drugged while he
Either
was
one could
dragged?
do that.
I mean, they're high heel pinpoints in the ground. That's what I was trying to explain.
like stiletto.
Okay.
All right.
How
We gotta
big is the
find these
post that
people,
was knocked
Because
over?
I want to hang out with them.
It was one of the cross
Probably having
beams
a
that was
fucking
knocked over.
fabulous time right
It's
now.
maybe this thick around.
So goblins could have done it. The way
Yeah,
you described it, I was suspecting something larger. But
anything could have done that.
Could it have been done by people wearing shoes with goblin-shaped feet on the bottom?
If the people were at
think we'll
least
find out.
8 years old, then yes.
we didn't see any goblin
Hmm.
marks, though, right?
No, you don't see any goblin footprints.
Almost as if there weren't any.
Elf, can you use your keen sense of smell to
What
sniff
does
out
your
goblins?
elf nose smell?
He smells mud with the 16. He smells
Yeah,
just kind of wet
He smells
grass.
poop.
Cow
farm
pies.
animals.
Well,
It occurs to me that we could follow the drag marks backwards towards wherever they went.
We could.
Seems dangerous and dumb, but I'm drunk, so let's do it.
I am.
Walk
too.
backwards
I
into the
agree.
forest.
Yes.
Okay. You follow the drag marks
We
into
walk
the
into the
woods.
forest.
I say, girls, you should wait here. This isn't a safe place for you.
You know,
No,
There
we
could be
can't let
goblins.
them out of our sight. Their father was just murdered. It's dangerous around here. We need
Okay, come along.
It's
Stay close
dangerous
to
for
me.
them to go alone.
to come with us.
you know,
Take
we're
us.
we're full-grown men set to inherit our father's farm. Like, we're not girls.
I
Your
No,
open
father
my
was
mouth
just
and-
murdered, and the first thing you can think of is that you're inheriting the farm.
No, that we're men, that we can own land.
I openly laugh at them.
That seems to me like a jibe at women and them not being able to own land or vote here.
Well,
There's
I'm just
voting
saying,
here?
I
you
don't
know,
think
you
anyone
can't.
can vote
Do
here.
you know how many people? You know how many women got to vote in the last election for king? 0, zip, not a one.
What's an election?
See, so much privilege they just take it for granted.
Well, election is a thing that keeps poor people happy, kids.
I
Let's
don't know what an election is.
Tim
I'm thinking
says
that
to
maybe
his brother, I
goblins
think
have
it's
a
an
point
elf
with their
erection.
All right, Jane, Mandy, take my hands. Let's
We shall
come.
enter into the
They
forest.
they lead the way. They kind of just stomp to the front of the party and follow all the drag marks as best as they can. And
Don't worry, you're safe with us.
they head off into the
Welcome.
woods. You guys follow close at their heels, and they just kind of climb up this thing, go down this ravine, kind of go over here along this creek, and they just seem to be following these tracks pretty well on their own
Got a bad
until
feeling
they
about
come
this.
to a
It's almost like they know where the drag marks lead.
Guys, it just occurs to me that if they find their dad, then they're gonna get the reward from them instead of
Oh,
us.
hell no. We get their cow.
Are you suggesting we kill them here and now?
Yes.
No, we just need to get like 3
Oh,
feet ahead of them.
No, you said kill.
What are you?
We'll
three
see
feet
where
apart?
they're leading us first, and we'll decide on the murdering later.
All right, no, we
No
just
one's
have to
getting
be
murdered
the
except
first
for the
one.
goblins.
We don't have to murder anybody.
Sure, the
Then they can
goblin.
reward us, right? No, it's just that when we see they're about to find their dad, we like sprint past them so we find them first.
Do we like lick
Fair,
them
I think
first?
weapons drawn is also the best way.
That's a really good point. Father, as soon as you see the father, run up and lick him. So
Yes,
that,
then
like, totally
that's our fine.
ours, Father.
I can do that.
elf erection, keeping poor people happy since the beginning of time.
You think elves deal with the poor?
yeah.
Anyway,
Elves are extremely racist. Yeah.
Yes, we are. We don't really like anybody.
at this point, Tim and Jim come to a kind of just a tree that's been knocked over the creek, you know, like trees happen to be. And underneath it, where some like dirt has clumped to make a little, kind of an almost middle little cave, there is the corpse of their father.
Told ya. I run up and lick it.
I bubble up as
You
well.
sprint ahead, get to the body before they do, and give it a big fat lick. Where do you
Not a
lick
big
it?
fat lick, just like a.
Just for rickets.
Stay back. I know where your mouth has been. He'll get an
Like,
infection.
you like lick
He
his
might get more
face or
dead.
something, or
You might get undead.
All right. Can I attempt a healing check or something to inspect his wounds and do an autopsy on the body if necessary?
like the
Yeah.
number?
No.
How did he die?
There is
Like
a
this.
big old bloody broken spot on the back of their head.
I think he was strangled.
I'm like trying to shove his brains back in his head. Is he clearly dead at this point?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, his skull is broken. There's no life there.
I sense foul play.
Slade is really good at killing people. Slade, how did this person die?
And where were you?
He was poisoned. You can tell by the brain. It's the brain poppy out poison. They call it brain out. Cricket noises? Can someone make those?
Dog noises.
Like, Mark.
All right.
They're going for a walk.
When I realize that it's hopeless to save this man, I'm gonna go and try and get the girls away from their father.
They're not
Hey,
girls.
Those
They're
girls,
boys.
I need to ask them if they've ever heard of brain poppy out poison.
It's called Brain Out.
Brain out on the streets.
Or 50 Shades of Grey.
Matter.
Gray matter.
You say, congratulations, you are now the proud owners of a farm. We'll take that cow now.
Seems pretty straightforward. Goblins definitely killed this thing.
What? No, you got to get revenge on the goblins for our father. You can't just leave him here dead.
Alright,
well,
well,
no,
We find your father. We've now found your father, so cow, please.
No, you come on. You can't just.
We're out here all alone, and you're not honoring your contract. If there's one thing a rogue knows, it's honoring contracts.
Fine. Okay, just. You can't even go and kill a couple of goblins for us.
There are people doing that right now.
I see no evidence of goblin
here's the way
activity.
I see it. We got Bessie for finding your dad. Here he is.
We didn't
What are
even
you gonna
find
do is to
him. We
kill
found
goblin?
him. We found him. You.
No, somebody
You need to hire us in the first place.
I will totally charisma check these kids right now.
They seem frustrated, and they just start walking back to the. That's not a bar. It's a farm. Farm all on their own.
But they didn't tell me where the goblins are. I actually do want to know where the goblins are.
I don't know, says Jim. Maybe you could follow some tracks from here.
Did they take their father's body?
They do not.
You can't just leave this here, Mandy.
Wait, they're leaving their dad? They're just like walking away?
Yep.
Not even gonna bury him? That's pretty cold.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, something really isn't right here. But Chet isn't smart enough to know that.
Well, let's.
Can we-
I sense a mystery, gang. I don't think he died of natural causes.
No.
Hmm.
I
Poison.
start preparing the father's body for whatever burial.
Okay.
What's the plan, Jill?
Are we out in the woods, or are we?
You're near
I
a
say
creek,
we
the bed of a
look for
creek.
clues.
All right.
Give me
I'm gonna start
perception
piling up-
checks.
All right.
We're gonna Batman this up, yo. Oh wait, wrong franchise.
I'm gonna start piling up wood to set the body on fire with.
Okay.
Not yet.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
Wait, we
Can,
need the
can we,
evidence.
can we
It'll-
search this body?
Gotta collect the kindling.
It'll take you a couple, like an hour to collect wood to build for an actual
an
pyre.
hour.
For a
Did
full
not
pyre,
roll well in the perception.
pyres are a lot of wood.
Yeah, pyres are a lot of wood and they're balanced perfectly.
I got some lamp oil. I don't need a pyre. I'll just.
All right, so you'll have a
I'll
charred body. You're
He's
not gonna
gonna
have like.
badly burn him.
I spend like 2 minutes gathering wood, and then.
So you're
get-
gonna give the animals cooked meat instead of raw meat, is what you're telling me.
I'm doing my due
Looking
diligence.
for animals now? I missed something.
Right. Okay.
I mean, the point of burning the bodies is so that animals don't eat them. You know, 'cause that's disrespectful. So anyway.
I thought it was to have a cool scene where somebody swears vengeance or something in front of a giant burning fire.
I can swear vengeance. It won't be genuine, but I swear vengeance. All right, let's
Is
kill.
anyone else making perception checks at this time?
Everyone is.
Yes, let's look for clues. We said look for
Yeah,
clues.
give me a perception check, a D20 plus your perception score.
Everyone or just one person?
Everybody, if you're
Everyone who
looking for
wants to.
clues.
All right.
If you don't want to look for clues, you don't have to.
It's a free country.
Oh Jesus!
Oh, suck at looking for
Look,
clues.
guys,
Still drunk from the bar, apparently.
Okay, Rob. I'm sorry, Jill. You come
I found
across
the hologram projector?
no, you come across a ring of keys that has been awkwardly bent, lying about 6 feet away from the body, and kind of in the creek a little bit. Like as
That
if the
is like the coolest magic item ever.
like the ring itself has
so
been
I
bent
put
out
on
of
the
place.
ring of keys. So I just touch it to the lock and it opens.
No.
Oh.
No. A
Is there
steel
a
circle about yay big or ring about yay big.
That's what a ring is,
going
yes.
off, but it doesn't fit on your
So
finger.
is is the activation word written on the inside of the ring?
No.
Big friend.
Yeah, this is the coolest rogue item ever. The Ring of
That's
Keys.
all.
I love this.
Yeah, it is bent.
I'm gonna put that on my character sheet right now.
It's bent, and so it looks like you could easily like move a key in and out. And you see a couple keys still on it, and like 2 keys sitting on the ground below.
Wait, so it's the ring and it's bent, so it looks like we can move the key in and out.
Yes, but not in those directions.
Okay.
All right, at this
This
point,
is what
I'm
you said, I'm just trying to get
on the
a
body.
It's more along the entire shaft of the circle, rather than just.
The shaft.
Somebody bent the key ring and took a key off.
So it's along the shaft.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Amazing, Neil.
Right. Martha, mother of life. Watch over this man on his journey to Columbra and guide his spirit and protect his orphan daughters from the trials and tribulations.
Where?
All right, and if nobody stops me, I'm starting to spark up some kindling.
I'm curious where the kids are. Where'd the daughters go? Oh, actually, more importantly, do we know about the keyring yet?
The daughter's sons have walked away along the riverbed, back in the direction of the farm. And Rob, do you tell anyone else about the keyring?
Of course. I go, gang, a clue.
We should interrogate those kids with this keyring.
All right, we need to find more clues. We need to look for trails. So, Chet and I will split up, gang. Chet and I will look for clues over here, whereas the priest and Manny, you take the squirrel and run around and look for clues over there.
What does Slade do?
Follow those kids, Slade.
All right. I'll
Follow
try.
your hearts.
Wait, where are we going to meet up, gang, after all this?
Wait, who's the
Bessie.
squirrel?
There's no squirrel.
No.
Good.
I didn't hit the. I only had the 4 people up on the Zoom thing. Okay, yes. So you are the squirrel or the mascot or with that hat. Yes, you're definitely the mascot.
Oh, I'm not wearing this in game. I'm wearing this because I want to. Because I make poor life choices.
And we're here to not question them for you.
Just support me.
No, we totally
here for
believe
you.
your life choices.
Awesome.
So the body is a roaring blaze, at least for the next 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's good to get out of here before I realize how shoddy of a job I've done.
How much lamp oil
That
did you
smells
use
good.
on it?
I used 1 vial.
Okay.
So that'll. That was to get it started. There was some.
So if he was alive, not enough to kill him.
And there were a few sticks tossed loosely on top of him.
Okay. So
It's a symbolic gesture.
the body is like on fire, but not that much.
I did the best I could before I got winded.
No one bothered searching the body. They just lit it on fire.
Well, this is what happens when you can't make it to the bar.
This is why it's so hard to play D&D on a Sunday morning.
You being so good?
Okay.
You just have to figure it out.
So,
Great.
what are you guys doing now?
So do we see any goblin tracks leading away from here? Oh, cue the music or
That
not?
wasn't from me, no.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, looking around, none of you spot any goblin tracks. And you're down in the a
Actually-
creek bed, which makes it pretty easy to spot tracks because it's all in, sand.
Not for Friar Bigsby.
Well, you definitely don't see any tracks. You can't even find the way that you came. You're a little confused as to which direction you should be leaving.
Someone's more drunk than the road.
I'm pretty tired from doing my priestly duty.
Look,
and
guys,
sending that body to
tracks
rest.
or not.
So I sit down to drink some milk and
You
recuperate.
see no tracks.
I find no tracks.
Zero
The 28.
tracks. Yeah.
Guys, I haven't seen a damn
Guys.
sign of a goblin the whole time. They weren't you back by the fence?
I think there may be some goblins back by that log. And I
These
wait
could be
until the
tree
key-
dwelling goblins.
None of
Maybe
that
they're
is
moving
moving drag marks.
Bueller?
Nobody ever suspects tree-dwelling goblins.
I look up.
These kids totally did it, and I just destroyed the evidence.
I don't think you destroyed anything.
It's okay. You're not a paladin, so you know.
His brain out.
After we stand around looking kind of suspiciously, curiously about the trees, does everything pan to some sort of like, weird heat image of something looking at us from? Anybody got like
Do we
3
hear
dots
clocks
on their
like-
forehead?
Do we hear
Any of us have 3 dots on our forehead?
You look about, you see no dots, but you hear the hiss of an arrow as it blazes through the air.
Oh, shitballs.
Hold on.
Guys, this is the
D5.
end.
1, 2, 3, 4. Slade Milson. What is your armor class?
Oh, shit.
Lad.
Without your
Kristen.
dexterity, just your
Without
armor.
my... Oh, because I'm not ready for it.
Yeah, you're
Just
surprised.
straight up armor is going to be 12.
Okay, an arrow strikes you for 3 points of damage.
That little shit.
And on that note, we're gonna go to our first break,
Oh, come on. I just got hit.
and we'll see you guys on the other side. Bye bye.